Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a fun video for you guys where I'm going to be doing a full face of brand new goodies that I picked up during the Sephora sale, and I will be showing you how to do underpainting with the new Mary Phillips palette. We have a lot of fun things in store, so please stick around. Please also like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to stay up to date with all the latest in makeup and beauty. Please make sure you're subscribed. I do a lot of fun makeup videos every single week for you guys, and I have a lot of fun reviews coming up. Thank you so much for being here. If you're a new viewer or subscriber, welcome. My name is Courtney, and if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, welcome back. All right, let's get this party started. First, I want to talk about what I have on my face. I filled in my eyebrows with the Ravie Beauty brow pencil. Absolutely love that. It's an everyday staple in my life. It's become my constant companion. And another thing that I have on my face, these items are not at Sephora, unfortunately, maybe one day, but this is the Ravie Beauty Signature Skin Dream Barrier Cream. I just want to show you this is how it opens, very fancy. And I've been using this all week to go under my makeup. I've been testing it out. Absolutely love this. This is lightweight. It's extremely hydrating. Really great for under makeup application. Just makes your makeup go on very flawlessly. So while this is not sold at Sephora, I did want to give it a shout out just because I've been loving it so much. And I will be talking about it in future videos, but just wanted to make mention of it because that is what I have on my face right now. So today I just wanted to try on some of the items I picked up during the Sephora sale and give you my initial thoughts in case you were curious about these products and maybe wanted to pick them up while the sale is still going on. This item has been a hot topic in the last few weeks and months. This is the Mary Phillips Underpainting Palette. Now, I did buy this before the sale. I was hoping to review it before the sale came up, but with all the holiday releases, I just ran out of time. But I wanted to try this on, give you my initial thoughts, mostly because I'm just so curious about it, but also because I wanted to show you how it looks and how it applies in case you were interested in picking this up while the sale is still going on. So let's try this. We're going to look snatched. We're going to look chiseled. We're going to look like that. I'm going to get cheekbones that I naturally don't have. I'm going to get just a very chiseled look, right? And hopefully I will achieve that golden goddess look that I don't have naturally. So I'm very excited to try this. Let me show you what the different colors are. So here we have the color corrector. Then we have highlighter 1, highlight 2, contour 1, and highlight 1. Now, this is the light palette, and Mary Phillips said she is coming out with new shade ranges, but right now this is the lightest one out of the group. So I will swatch these for you. I don't know how well they're going to come up on swatching, but just to give you an idea of what we're looking at, and these are very creamy. Anytime I went into a Sephora during the sale this year, the Mary Phillips section has been wiped out. It seems like the brand is very popular, especially their lip products. So it's been interesting to see how popular this brand has become. This is the color corrector, highlight 1, highlight 2, the contour, and the bronzer. I was a little messy with the bronzer. Excuse me for that. Probably because I did it with my thumb. Note to self, do not do bronzer application with your thumb. So you live and learn. And I also did purchase the Mary Phillips brush to go along with the underpainting set. So let's paint. First, I'm going to contour the lips. So I'm taking mostly the contour shade and dipping into the small part of the brush and just tapping that onto the back of the hand. And just going under the lip line. It's nice. Now, I'm not used to this technique, so we are learning together if you also have not done this before. That's why we're here, to just have some fun. So now we are going to color correct. So I'm going to color correct under the eye. And like I said before, I have nothing as far as complexion products on my skin. Oh, that did a very nice job of color correcting. Now, I did watch Nikki LaRose do this. And I did watch Allie Glines do this and a few other people. I'm sure I will not do it as eloquently as they did it, but we will give it our best shot. And just color correcting a few other random spots on my face. Around the nose area. Do my nose as well because I have a little bit of redness there. Okay, very nice. And I was watching Nikki LaRose demonstrate this today, and she was saying you could even do this over foundation or over your skin tint. So we may go back in later and just touch this up on top of the complexion products. Now this is going on very creamy. It looks hydrating. See how well that's color correcting? Now you don't have to purchase the brush that Mary Phillips sells with the palette, but I figured it was good to try it out to give you an idea if it's worth it. But I'm sure you have brushes in your collection that are similar, or at least do the same function. Now I'm just taking the medium size, just kind of buffing this out. I haven't seen many people do this. I'm gonna use the color corrector on my eyelids. See how that goes. Okay, so that's one eyelid with a light coat of the color corrector. Probably wouldn't recommend that technique for oily eyelids just because this product is very emollient. But if you're a dry skin girly like myself, it's probably going to be okay, but let's see how it goes. And just using the medium part of the brush to buff that all out. Very nice. Just see if there's anywhere else we need to color correct. Again, the nose. What's nice is even though I applied it in the eyelid area, it's not bunching up and settling into lines, which is great. Okay, I also just want to do a little color correction up here. And we'll go back in and highlight that as well, but just want to do a smidge of color correction. Okay, very nice. See how smoothly that applied? That's beautiful. Okay, so now we are going to highlight. So I'm going to take both of the highlight shades. So I'm going to take this one and this one. And Mary Phillips says she likes to do like a flower pattern. This is going to look a little bit ridiculous, but we're going to go with it because we're just here for fun. I hope this goes well because I've never been really that good with art and painting. I mean, if I were to draw a stick figure, he would probably laugh at me. So I'm hopeful that this goes well. And now I'm going to take the first highlight shade and just go down the nose, the bridge of the nose, like that. So I've done this flower formation on top, and then this down the bridge of the nose. We'll clean that up later. Okay. And I'm also just taking a little bit of the highlight and going under the eye. Okay, so now we're going to go into the contour and the bronzer. So I saw Nikki LaRose, she kind of dipped into both of them, but more focusing so on the bronzing shade. So first we're going to go like this. Now you want to find the hollow of the cheek and go a little bit above that. So my cheekbone is right around here and the hollow is here. So I'm just going to go like this with it. Leave it like that for now. Okay, now for the other side, I'm going to try to do it at the same spot. I'll do this first, like this. This way I can kind of do it evenly. So now we're going to do the bronzer on top, and we're going to push it into the hairline. So just like that. And we're going to trust the process. And we're lifting into the hairline, and we're going to trust the process. So now we're going to take this side of the brush and kind of just buff it out. Now I know it looks dramatic, but we are going to be putting foundation on top of this. We're going to be okay. And now I'm going to take this and kind of buff it into the skin before it dries down completely. And brushing upward to give it that chiseled effect. Are we chiseled yet? What do we think? So a little bit more orangey than I would normally choose for a bronzer, but again, this is going to have to go under foundation, or under skin tint, I should say. So with underpainting, you're not supposed to use a full coverage foundation. Medium is really the heaviest amount of coverage you really should go for. It should be either light to medium, or a skin tint, which is what we are going to use today. Okay, so now we are going to do this area right here. This is really where we're going to get snatched. And we're just going to follow this line up to the hairline, like that. I'm going to do the other side. See if we can do it evenly. So I'm kind of taking it by the end of the eye and swooping up. Okay. Now taking the medium part of the brush and just dabbing that in. We don't want it to be totally blended out because we want it to come through. I'm just going to also take a little bit. I think I need a little bit more here. Okay. And now we are going to do the nose. So I'm taking the bronzer with just a touch of the contour. So mostly this with a little bit of this. And I'm going to draw a line from the eyebrow down the nose and just cut it off like that. And then take a little bit more product. I look ridiculous. But I think I look snatched, right? I'm just dabbing off the brush a little bit and then going to blend it out. And just a little on the end of the nose there. Then I'm going to take the Nikki LaRose N24 brush and go back in with the highlight shade and just go down the bridge of the nose. And then I'm also going to do the side of the nose right here. And what this is going to do is it's going to further contour the nose and accentuate the areas that we want to accentuate. And then we're going to take the contour and we're just going to do kind of under the jawline there. So with this, you're creating a shadow instead of bronzing. And what's great about this brush is you can use either the side of it, which is nice and flat, or the tip of it. And then I'm going to take the medium size and just, buff it out a little bit. Buff out the nose. And then I'm also going to take my Nikki LaRose brush and just go underneath just to further snap that look. And then take it again. So we're looking even more chiseled. Okay. And also taking it under what we did with the bronzing to further snatch ourselves. Is that a term, snatch ourselves? Okay. Now, obviously, this process is not something for a 5-minute face, right? This is really only to be used when you have the time and or the patience to sit here and do your makeup for this long. But I'm very hopeful because this is looking pretty promising. So what do we think? Do we look snatched? Do we look chiseled? I think I look ridiculous, but I look bronzy. My nose looks thinner. I'm hopeful. I think I look ridiculous. Who ever thought doing this on camera would be a good idea? But we're going to trust the process. We're going to go with it. I do like the way I look bronzy. Maybe this is going to give me that golden goddess look that I always try to achieve. If you're new to this channel, my name's Courtney. And as you can tell, I have not been blessed with a lit from within bronzy golden goddess look. And I'm always trying to achieve that look with makeup products since I cannot get it naturally. And if you're not new to this channel, you've heard this speech before, and you have stuck with me through it all in me trying to achieve this golden goddess look, and I appreciate you being along for the ride. Let's see if this product is going to finally allow me to achieve that. Otherwise, I just look ridiculous, but let's go with it. So here I picked up the Gucci Glow Skin Tint during the Sephora sale, and I picked it up in the shade Fair 15. So this is the product right here. Beautiful packaging. And that's the tip. And I also picked up the Makeup by Mario F4 brush, which I'm very excited to try. So I'm just going to dab a little bit of this on the back of my hand This is the consistency, so it's not runny. Now, what I'm going to do is try to do a light application of this so that we don't cover this glorious masterpiece that I've done. Let's try. So I'm just going to be dabbing this on top. And again, we're not trying to hide all of our hard work. We're just trying to meld everything together. So I'm just kind of like patting. Pat, pat, pat. Dab, dab, dab. Now, I will give you my thoughts on the skin tint, separate from the underpainting palette in another video. But I just wanted to try it out today because I've been dying to get my hands on this. And I thought it would be a good match to the palette since it's not full coverage foundation. F4 brush is applying beautifully too. So let's compare. So this is one side of my face with the underpainting, and this is it with the skin tint. What do we think? So I think that I want to apply a little bit more on top because I do love the bronze look from this side. I think it's a little bit lost on that side, but I think it's beautiful. And this melded with the skin tint beautifully. I believe the Gucci skin tint is not the most glowy, which is good because I really wanted to see how this would come through on a product that wasn't super glowy. Like the Armani skin tint, if you haven't tried that one is super glowy. I didn't think that would be a good match with this because I wanted to see how the palette behaved with, a product that wasn't like blinding glowy in your face. Now with the other side, I'm going to apply the skin tint, but I'm going to use the smaller side of the brush. I'm going to try to respect the boundaries of the underpainting palette a little bit more and not really cover it as much. So just lightly go around all of my hard work and not really cover it as much. I think I covered the bronzer a little bit too much on this side, so I'll go back and fix it. But that's beautiful. Look at that. I love the bronzer on here. I thought it would be too dark, but I think it's really pretty actually. It's just fun to experiment with a different style of makeup application. Because if you're a makeup lover, and if you're here, I'm sure you are a makeup lover, I think it's just fun to experiment with different styles and techniques. And I can tell that the quality of this palette is beautiful. But I think the nose contour looks really nice. I think this was a better way of applying the skin tint. This side I did a little bit too much. This side I was a little bit more respectful of the Mary Phillips product and not covering it up so much. Mary Phillips, if you're watching, I'm sure you're not, but if you're watching, you made a beautiful palette, and I'm sorry that I covered this up too much on this side. But this is my first time using this product, so I need a little bit of time to get used to it and see which techniques work the best. I'm going to go back in with this brush. I'm going to lightly just bronze this up a little bit more. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness, I love this. Just a little bit, a little bit. So the underpainting is really just to have the product come through. So if you don't like makeup sitting on top of your skin, you don't like that look, this is really what it's for. And according to Nikki LaRose, it's really best for like if you're going to be on television or having photographs taken. The underpainting is a beautiful way to accentuate your natural bone structure and things like that for those purposes. But for everyday life, it's not necessary to underpaint. But this is beautiful on top of the skin tint as well. I'm just going to contour my nose a little bit more on this side and just buff it out. So I think this is a really functional product. I do think it's worth the money. Because even if you're not one to underpaint, this is beautiful on top of a complexion product, especially like a skin tint. Really beautiful, really healthy glow to the skin. Very easy to use. I was a little bit intimidated by this, but there really is no need to be. It's a beautiful, beautiful product. And I'm just going to go back in with my Nikki LaRose brush, the highlighter, and just go down the bridge of the nose again. Buff it out a little bit like that. I love this. I really, really do. And maybe this means that I have uncovered the artist within me. Maybe I will have a full-fledged art career now after this. I love this. And it's just, things like this make you excited, like I said before, about trying different techniques and different methods of makeup application. Because how many times do we all go, oh, apply the foundation, swipe it on. This just gives it a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a, you know, an artistry to it. And I have to say, I was intimidated by this. I'll admit, us content creators, we get intimidated by makeup too. Don't you forget that. But honestly, I was intimidated to try this, especially for the first time on camera. But I wanted to give you my first impressions and kind of a true, you know, testing it out for the first time. I think that this product is actually worth the hype. I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case, but this is just making me really excited to do my makeup. I'm really excited to continue to test this out. I think we've achieved that snatched look. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Doing the influencer hands. And also, I want to give my initial thoughts on the Gucci Skin Tint. I will wear this, test it out, let you know what I think of it and how it wears throughout the day. I think this just provides a beautiful layer of coverage on the skin. If you have products like this underneath, it's not going to cover them up very intensely. And it just gives a beautiful hydration to the skin. Really nice. It's not emphasizing pores or texture or anything like that. Really love it. And I think the shade match is pretty good. So I'm very impressed with this initially, and I will let you know how it wears as I test it. I also have some other products from Mary Phillips. This is the Overliner Lip Pencil, and I picked up the shade Cowgirl. Now, like I said, anytime I saw a Mary Phillips display in store during the sale, everything's been almost cleared out, and online, these things were selling like hotcakes. So let me swatch this for you. Okay, so this is the shade Cowgirl, and this is a pretty shade for the fall. And then I picked up two of the lip Ciggies, they're called. This is the Lip Ciggy Hydrating Lipstick. And I picked up the shade Overdrive. And this is what it looks like. So very compact. I did hear online that these are not the most long lasting. So I will have to let you know about that. It's not really a lipstick consistency. It's more like a lip balm. But it's very pretty. Feels very hydrating on the back of my hand. So this is the shade Overdrive. So one thing I'm noticing off the bat, don't twist them all the way up because it's not going back down after a certain point. That's unfortunate. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Do not twist it all the way up. Just twist it to the level you need it because it doesn't look like it goes back down unless mine is defective or something, but just keep that in mind. And I also picked up the shade Cherry. It's a beautiful cherry red. This looks very hydrating. Okay. So again, this is Cowgirl. This is the lip liner. This is Overdrive and Cherry. So now we're going to line these lips. So it feels like a traditional lip pencil. I love buffing out my lip liner with my fingers. But it's going on very easily. And it is smudging out nicely. Smudging out, is that a word? Smudging? Smudging out? Smudgy? Smudger? Smudging. Now, my lips are a little bit drier than normal. You would think with the 5,000 lip balms that I have, I wouldn't have this issue. But the issue is that lately when I go to bed, I'm just so tired that I'm like, oh, forget it. I'll moisturize tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and I don't moisturize, and the next day and the next day. And then my lips are the Sahara Desert. So if there's any dryness that you see on my lips, it's not the product's fault. It's my fault. I should put one of my 5,000 lip products to use. I should try to do that. Okay, so that is Cowgirl. I'm kind of like overlining a little bit. And I'm also going to just shade in the lips a little bit. See? So that's very pretty. And now we're going to go into Overdrive. See what I did there? And we're going to apply this. I love a narrow lipstick like this. It's just so easy to apply. Like if you're on the go and you don't have a mirror, it's so easy to use. Oh, I love the shade. That's a beautiful neutral shade. So now I'm going to pop Cherry on top. Let's see how this goes. Might be interesting. So that's nice just to give it a little bit more warmth. I like this cherry shade. What do we think? It's very hydrating, really comfortable on the lips. Very pretty. Yeah, I like it. And I think that cherry shade really added a nice pop of warmth to the lips. The only thing I don't like about this is that it can't go back down. See if maybe I could push it down. Oh, okay. You can push it down, but be careful. Don't, twist it up too much. Otherwise, you have to push it down with your hand. But very pretty, very hydrating. It's not a traditional lipstick. I don't think this is going to be like the most long-lasting lipstick that you'll ever try. Kind of more like a lip balm. But it's very pretty, and like I said, feels really great on the lips, very nourishing. I will let you know how this wears in a future video, but first impressions, I am loving the Mary Phillips line. Very impressed. So now we're saying goodbye to Mary Phillips. Goodbye, Mary, for now. And we are going to visit our friend Laura Mercier. I have two products to test out. This is the brush that I bought to go along with the under eye powder. So this is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder Brush. And here's the powder. This is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Under Eye Setting Powder. Mama didn't raise no fool. These two go together. Okay. So I did buy the peach shade in this powder. I was going to pick up the pink, but the pink looked a little bit too bright. So this is what the powder looks like. Okay, I got some on my pants. I'm going to dab a little bit into the cap, a little bit more than a little bit. Okay, and we're going to get the brush evenly coated. And we're going to say hi to Mary again to use the mirror. So it's a good thing that I realized this before I went in with the powder. I forgot to put concealer on. Now, I know we do have a pretty good concealer from the Mary Phillips palette. I have to say, if you wanted to skip concealer with this palette, you might be able to. I like to have a little concealer on, but it's pretty good at concealing the under eye darkness, so that's a really big plus in my book. We are going to try the LYS concealer. Okay, so we're going to start the concealer to do its thing. You have to wait a day and a half for it to pump through, but that's okay. Just hang out together, right? So anybody see any good movies lately? Anything you want to share with the group while we're waiting for this? You want to talk about meaning of life, philosophy, anything like that? Oh, we got it. Okay. It only took about 35 pumps. All right, I'm being dramatic, but let's go. So I'm just going to dab a little bit under the eye. Now, I don't want to go too far into the Mary Phillips palette. I don't want to mess that up. But well, that's a very nice concealer. And I didn't have to apply too much. So this is without, this is with. But very nice. Do just a dab more. I think it's a good shade match too. But that did a very nice job. Okay, good. And I'm just going to dab a little bit onto the eyelids. Very pretty. It's hydrating. Great for on the go. But that's going really nicely with all the products we already have on. Oh, I like this concealer. So very hydrating. It's not emphasizing texture or fine lines. What do we think? It's really pretty. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried this concealer, if you like it. But my first impressions is it's very, very hydrating, good amount of coverage, really pretty. So I'm glad I tried that out. And like I said in a previous video, I will be doing a full face of LYS Beauty soon. So stay tuned for that if you're curious about the brand. But very impressed with the concealer. So now we're going to go back to the under eye powder. And I'm just making sure I get my brush evenly coated, tapping it off. So we're just going to start. I think I definitely made the right choice in going with the peach. But that is just one coating. I did poke myself in the eye there. Okay, good. That is one coat of the peach under eye powder. But that is really nice. It's not emphasizing any texture, fine lines. I'm going to go into the other side. Make sure you tap. And this brush is really nice. Wow, how pretty that is. Yeah, it's really eliminating a lot of the darkness under there and just smoothing it out really nicely. And like I said, the brush is like the perfect size just to pack in the product. If you want to go under the eye, you have that little precision tip right there to do that. So that is up close. See how I just put a beautiful veil under the eye? I like this. It's a problem. I like too many things. It's bad. Really pretty. Very nice. And it's lightweight. I will let you know in future videos how it wears throughout the day. But initial impressions, I do see what the hype is about. So we will see if this is dry skin approved, because your girl over here does have dry skin. But initial thoughts, very impressed. Let me know in the comments down below if you like this powder, which color you like, if it works on dry skin. Let me know what you think. Okay, so now we're going to put on a little bit more bronzer, just because I'm always trying to achieve that golden goddess look. And we are going to try the very much acclaimed and sought after and discussed Fara Homidi bronzer. I did have reservations about buying a bronzer this expensive, but I did want to buy it to show you guys, to let you know my thoughts, see if it's worth the hype. It comes in a beautiful, nice, heavy weighted, compact, very luxurious feeling. And this is the bronzer. So I did pick up 2 shades. This is the lightest shade. I believe it's pronounced Bois, B-O-I-S. I'll put the name up on the screen. But we're going to swatch it. And it does have a beautiful coconut smell. It's not too heavy, but it is pretty. So that's the shade right there. And let's give this a whirl. I'm excited. Okay. Now, this is not a true test because we do have the bronzer on underneath. But curiosity is getting the better of me. And I want to see how this is going to go. So initial impressions is it has a very smooth effect on the skin. It has kind of like a reddish undertone to it. So this is the Fara Homidi bronzer. Now keep in mind I do have the bronzer on from Mary Phillips. So this is not a true test of what it looks like on its own. However, it's stunning. So is any bronzer worth the high price tag that this bronzer is? I think it's over $70. I think that's up for debate, right? But is it beautiful? Yes. Is it stunning? Does it give a beautiful airbrush quality to the skin? Absolutely. And is the tone beautiful? Without a doubt. So I will continue to test this out and let you know how it wears. But off the bat, it is a beautiful bronzer. And with the caveat of no makeup product is necessarily worth the high price tag, because there are many good products on the market. And if you're not able to splurge on a certain item, then no, of course it's not worth the high price tag. But all of that aside, is it worth the high price tag? Initial thoughts? Probably. And I completely see what the hype is about. And also, 10 out of 10 on this packaging. This is beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to go with a much more affordable option. Yay. This is the Rhode Pocket Blush. Now, I love these blushes. Just this week for work, I threw one on my cheeks, and then I actually used it as an eyeshadow, and it was great for that purpose. I'm going to swatch this next to the Fara Homidi bronzer. So it's like a beautiful dark toasted shade for the fall. I'm curious to see how this will apply on my fair skin, but I had to pick this up. It's been on my wish list for a long time, so the time had come to make the splurge and purchase it. I'm going to take my Makeup by Mario F1 brush, and I just kind of go like this with the product. It makes the container messy, but that's okay. You only live once, right? C'est la vie. Anything goes. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She's pigmented. Okay. So I'm going to take my BK Beauty 112 brush and just work that into the skin. I might have put on just a little bit too much. But what a beautiful shade this is. And I'm loving how this is pairing with the bronzer. What a pretty shade for fall. Now, are these the most long-lasting blushes? Absolutely not. But they are beautiful. If you're going out to dinner or something where you don't need something very long lasting, or you bring it with you and touch up throughout the day a little bit, then it's perfect. And also this is good under powder blushes, so just a beautiful glowy effect to the skin. I'm going to take what's left on the Makeup by Mary brush and dab that into the skin, and then do the same thing. So don't be afraid, we're going to fix it. And just buff that into the skin. You could even do this with your hands if you're on the go and you want to just do a nice blush application. Really beautiful shade. I'm just taking what's left on the foundation brush and just cleaning it up, because if you're new here, my name's Courtney and I am a over blusher. I wish I could say recovering over blusher, but I haven't recovered yet. So we are still in the process of trying to correct that problem. What a beautiful shade this is. Oh, I love this for the fall. It just gives such a healthy glow to the cheeks. And the price is right. So now that Rhode is at Sephora, you could check this out during the sale for a great price. And I've heard that Hailey Bieber does not do traditional Black Friday, like across the board sales. So the Sephora sale might be your best bet to get a discount. I'm not sure about that, but that's what I've heard. So just keep that in mind. If you're curious about trying Rhode, it might be a good time before the sale is up. If you're able to get the shade that you want, it might be good to try out the blushes, but really pretty. And I'm very happy that I picked up the shade for the fall. So next we have Laura Mercier eyeshadow sticks. I did pick this up before the sale, but this is such a cute kit for the holiday season. So it comes with 3 eyeshadow sticks, 3 minis, and it's the Laura Mercier Crème de la Crème Mini Caviar Stick Eyeshadow Trio. Comes with the shade Rose Meringue, Wild Rose, and Strapless. And Rose Meringue, which is the lightest shade, is a limited edition shade. Let me swatch these for you. Oh, these go on like butter. If you've never tried the Laura Mercier eyeshadow sticks, they're very creamy. Very beautiful. And I love that these are minis, so these can be on the go. What a beautiful range of colors. So this is the limited edition shade, Rose Meringue, Wild Rose, and Strapless. So we're just going to throw on Rose Meringue all over the eye. Now, you could even just leave it like that if you wanted to. I'm going to take a brush to kind of buff it out. And you could even do this with your fingers. So creamy, so pretty. So that is Rose Meringue. I'm going to pop that on the other side. Let me know in the comments down below, do you guys like eyeshadow sticks, or do you prefer palettes? Do you prefer cream, powder? What do you guys like the best? I normally always love palettes, but lately I also love a cream or liquid shadow. They're just so easy to work with, so versatile. So this is Rose Meringue. So now we're going to take Wild Rose and put that like kind of on the 2/3 of the eye and in the crease. Now you don't have to use all 3 shades at once. I'm just doing that to show you how they pair together. But they're going on like butter. And just so pretty, so girly. Just taking a brush again. And I poked myself in the eye for the 2nd time today. And I'm going to take this Strapless shade and just work it into the outer corner. I'm actually going to just take my finger to build up the pigment and then buff it out. These are just 3 beautiful kind of neutral leaning shades. Look how pretty that is, and so simple to use. So very pretty. And I'm just going to take this Strapless shade and also just go under the eye a little bit. Okay, so I do want to pop on a little bit more shimmer. I caved and I bought the Urban Decay Moondust palette. I'm going to swatch it for you. So pretty. This is just stunning. Ooh. This is beautiful. Okay, so this is Moondust. This shade is a little hard to see on camera, but trust me, it's beautiful. I'm going to pop this just a little bit, this lightest shade, and just pop it right into the inner corner there, just to give it a little something, something. How pretty that is. So very ethereal, very girly, very sparkly. Love this. I keep going to look into this, and then I realize that this doesn't come with a mirror. So really pretty. I'm just going to take a brush and kind of buff it all out. Okay, and now I'm taking this Vanngo eyeliner that I bought, and this is the Soft Kohl eyeliner in the shade Taupe. And this is the eyeliner that you're supposed to be able to smudge out easier. His other eyeliners, which I've used and I bought more shades of in the sale, that is not a smudgy one. That will be with you longer than any marriage will be. It lasts that long. And again, this is in the shade Taupe. So just doing a very light application kind of under the waterline. Try to tight line a little bit. So, very pretty shade. I will have to play around with this more and let you know how it wears throughout the day. Very pretty, very easy to apply, not too dramatic. So I like it with this eye look and this whole look. Very, very pretty. I feel like this shade is a good shade if you don't want something too dramatic. You don't want to take away from an eye look. Just want a little bit of definition. Very nice. Now, I have a mascara that I didn't buy during the sale, but I did get a sample of it before the sale, and it's a really pretty mascara from Kosas. This is the Kosas Soul Gazer. I don't know where they come up with these names, right? Soul Gazer. So apparently this mascara is going to gaze into your soul, or you can gaze into someone else's soul. I don't know. Just when I buy a mascara, I just want it to lift and lengthen and volumize and be on its way. But apparently this is more than just a mascara. This is an experience. So this is the wand of the Soul Gazer. But it's actually a very, very pretty mascara. It does a great job of volumizing and lifting. I've tried this and I really do enjoy it. So while I didn't buy it during the sale, I did want to make mention of it in case you were curious about it for the sale. Very lightweight. Good on the bottom as well. Just really pretty. Very easy to separate the lashes. And I think it gives a very good amount of volume and lift without weighing the lashes down. So I really do like this mascara off the bat. And I've been very impressed so far. So very nice choice from Kosas. So the last new makeup product that I have to try for today, this is the Pat McGrath Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Long-Wearing Blurring Setting Spray. So I haven't tried this. This is the bottle. Very pretty. Let me prime it. Okay, let's see. And let's spray. Okay, so I've let the setting spray sit in for a couple of minutes. I think it did blur the skin. I'll have to let you know about wear time and things like that. I would say it looks a little drying. I'm seeing some fine lines up here, some dryness in my forehead that I think it's emphasizing a little bit. But overall, the skin looks beautiful. I'll let you know in future videos what I think as I test it out. But I don't think it took away any of the glow from my skin, which is great. I just think it's showing a little bit of dryness where I don't want it. But I will let you know in future videos what I think. So the hair clips are off, and I wanted to talk about a few other honorable mentions for this video that I've been testing out over the last few days and absolutely love. First, perfume. This is the Ginger Biscuit Cologne from Jo Malone, and this is a holiday in a bottle. This is absolutely scrumptious. This has sold out in the past when it was released around the holiday season. So if you're interested in this, I would encourage you to check out maybe the travel size if you're on the fence. But my goodness, what a beautiful, beautiful holiday scent. So lovely and just ushers in that holiday feeling. Really been loving this so far. Then a few hair products. I picked up this Devine's Oil Soufflé, something soufflé. And this is great for giving texture and volume on the ends of the hair. It's a silkening, bodifying foam. So you apply this while your hair is still wet, and it's really great for adding volume and thickness, especially on the ends of the hair where sometimes we lose volume. And a lot of products cater more towards, you know, the root of your hair, the top. This caters to the middle and bottom of your hair, which is great. And this is a new launch at Sephora. This is Chris McMillan. This I used today on my hair, and it's kind of similar to the Color Wow Dream Coat product. This is the Chris McMillan Glassy Smooth Blow Dry Spray, And my goodness, did this do a great job of not only detangling my hair, but making it smooth and shiny and taking away frizz. This is just a first impression, but I am blown away by this spray. Love the way it made my hair look and feel, so I'm really excited about this. And I also have tried the dry texture spray. I want to try this for you on camera so you can see the difference. Let me apply it and then I will show you what it looks like. So I applied the dry texture spray, and what you do is you put your head upside down, spray it, make sure you get all of the areas, but look at the insane volume that put into my hair. Absolutely beautiful. I will have to let you know how it wears throughout the day, how it holds, but first impressions, absolutely stunning. And then the fragrance with these products is beautiful. I love the smell of these. So I am really impressed with this line so far. I may have ordered a couple more products from the line to test out, but first impressions, really love it. And they have a lot of great mini sizes for you to test out the products. If you don't want to commit to the full size, I went with the minis. So I think it's a great way to test out these products at a discounted rate. So I am really happy that I tried these. And again, this volume is just insane. Last few items, I restocked on my Crown Affair leave-in conditioner. This is a beautiful, lightweight leave-in conditioner. Absolutely need to have this. And then I also picked up the Crown Affair dry shampoo. I've heard so many people talk about this. I'm really interested to try it. It's not an aerosol spray. You just apply it with a brush at the root. And it got really good reviews, so I'm excited to try it. And everything I've tried from Crown Affair so far, I've been blown away by. I really love Crown Affair, so I'm excited to try their dry shampoo, and I will report back to you. And the final items are this Jisoo hair oil. I absolutely love this stuff. It goes great on wet hair, dry hair, and if you have fine hair, this will not weigh your hair down, smells beautiful, and it really goes a long way in adding hydration to the hair without weighing it down, like I said. So I've been really loving this so far. And I did decide to try this body oil. If you saw it in my last 2 Sephora videos, I was on the fence about whether or not to keep this, but I'm happy I did. I tried it, absolutely love it. This is the L'Occitane shower oil, and it's made with almond oil. Really beautiful scent, really nice finish to the skin, very hydrating. It doesn't lather the best in my opinion. You need to apply a good amount of product for it to lather, but really impressed so far and really happy that I decided to keep one. And I also picked up this from Tatcha. This is their Indigo Cleansing Balm. And I was looking for a more mild way to take off my makeup. Lately I've been using like cotton squares with a makeup remover, and I just don't like to be tugging at my skin. It comes with a little disc, and you remove the makeup remover and you just take off, and then I always do a double cleanse. I tried this last night. It did take off my makeup beautifully, and just I'm such a big fan of Tatcha products, so I'm sure it will be great as I continue to use it. But I will let you know my thoughts once I've used it a little bit more. But initial thoughts off the bat, I really love this too. And probably the most exciting product that I picked up was this. Look at this little cutie. This was a free bag with purchase. I think it was for $75. It's like a little puffer bag. Look how cute this is. Isn't it adorable? It's probably not functional at all, but look how cute it is. And it's so puffy. It's like a down jacket and a pocketbook had a baby or something. It's really cute. I think it would be great like on a display behind my video setup here. So really cute. Again, probably not functional at all. Plus I don't want to ruin it. So I'll probably just use it for display purposes. But it does have a little snap so you can close it. But how adorable is this bag? Okay, so that wraps up my try-on Sephora haul with me. I had so much fun trying all of these products. The standouts from today, in my opinion, based on my first impressions, are the Mary Phillips Underpainting Palette. I am so obsessed with it, so happy I finally took the plunge, faced my fears, and tried it. Absolutely flawless. I also love the Gucci Skin Tint, the Rhode Blush, the Fara Homidi Bronzer, the Mary Phillips lip product. It's pretty, probably not the most long-lasting. I will get back to you on that, but I did like it. And also the Vanngo eyeliner is beautiful, as well as the Urban Decay eyeshadow. And also the star of the show, I think, is this hair texture spray. My goodness, look at that volume. So I had so much fun trying these out. I hope you enjoyed this video as well. Let me know in the comments down below if you like any of these products, if you've tried them, if you have questions, if there are any last minute items that you're picking up while the sale is still going on. Let's have a conversation down below. I love when you guys reach out to me. It really makes my day, and I love to help you guys narrow down what you're thinking of picking up. So please let me know if you have questions or just say hi in the comments. I'd love to know you're here. And please also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I do a lot of fun makeup videos every week. We do demos, reviews, all that fun stuff. So I would love it if you were to subscribe and join this community of beauty lovers and friends. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.